Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And let's go ahead and get this out of the way so we can go ahead and get back to the fun and the mess of my channel. So let's talk about Jay-Z for a minute. All right. So Jay-Z has partnered with the NFL for their new music and social justice campaign. Listen, I'm gonna need some of y'all who are backing Jay-Z up to help me understand how this is going to work. Because let's just go back to the beginning, okay? So, from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes I'm wrong. So from what I understand, Colin Kaepernick, he used to be a quarterback for the NFL. He decided to take a knee one day because he wanted to shine light on the fact that black people were treated unfairly, especially when it comes to the police brutality, just the injustices that black people have. And of course, people felt like he was disrespecting the flag, he was disrespecting the anthem. And so all of these things, people started to put all of their opinions out. And at one point, I started to get confused too. Like, shit, what is he kneeling for? You see what I'm saying? And then somehow it came about that he had a problem with his job. Like, from what I understand, Colin never had an issue with the NFL. Colin never had an issue with his employers. This had nothing to do with the NFL. Colin decided to do a silent protest, right? And then somehow along the line it got to, it's about the military, it's about, the flag, it's about the anthem, it's about him hating cops, it's about him hating the NFL, he doesn't like the NFL. And I'm like, no, that's not even how it initially started out. It was just really a silent protest, just to shine light on the injustices that black people go through. Police brutality. How every time we look up, we getting our brains blown out by the cops. Now, I will say, it probably was one of those things where it's like, y'all want to sit here and talk about the flag and, the land of the free and the home of the brave, whatever it is. But it's like, let's be for real. Is this really for me? Is this really for me? So Colin Kaepernick so this movement got started, and Colin Kaepernick was the face of this movement, this protest, right? Later on, other football players started to join and protest with Colin Kaepernick. But however, Colin Kaepernick was the face because he was the first one to do this protest. Now, I'm not sure if he had got with other people, his friends in the NFL and said, hey, let's do this together, or if it was just one of those things where this is what I'm choosing to do, you don't have to do it. At one point, I think he was sitting down. And then I think some military people told him that he should kneel. So he said, okay, in respect of those people, the military, I'll kneel. So I'm kind of confused on how music is going to help this situation of police brutality and just the unfairness that black people receive. Now, I guess Jay-Z is going to be over like the Super Bowl halftime shows and I think like the music period. I'm assuming like on Monday nights whenever they play whenever the music comes on like a Monday Night Football, I guess he's going to be over the music that any music that has to do with the NFL, I'm assuming that's what he's going to be over. Not just the Super Bowl, but music period. Again, I'm confused on how him and music is going to help this cause. I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, Jay-Z is playing chess, not checkers. We need to have a seat at the table. But the truth of the matter is, y'all already have been saying that Jay-Z had been doing the work. Jay-Z has already been in the streets talking about black issues. So why does he need to go to the NFL to talk about these issues that he had already been talking about? Like, what benefit is how is him getting with the NFL, partnering with the NFL over social justice and music going to help this? Like, they pretty much fired Colin Kaepernick for doing that. So now they're going to bring in Jay-Z, and they're going to allow Jay-Z and company to voice the same concerns that they fired this one black man over. And Jay-Z pretty much said in an interview, I know y'all heard it, Jay-Z pretty much said, okay, yeah, Colin ain't got no job, but what about everybody else? That's the person that's the person that should have a job. I would think that Jay-Z would go in like, okay, we can do this, but how about y'all offer Colin a job? Because Colin never said that he hated the NFL. Some people are saying, oh, teams are looking at Colin. Which ones? Who? Name them. Which ones? What's the offer? Tell us the offer. We know what every other football player making. So what was the offer? I just think it's weird how Jay-Z can get up. I'm not gonna say get upset. I just think it's weird how Jay-Z would want Travis Scott not to perform at the Super Bowl. How you walk around here with Colin Kaepernick's jersey on, and then you go and make I'm sure you're getting paid. I'm sure you're getting paid. You didn't want Travis Scott to perform at the Super Bowl, but then your wife, Beyonce, and I don't give a damn what none of y'all got to say. At the end of the day, they are a unit. If y'all believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce don't talk business at nighttime, y'all are fools. So I don't understand how you don't want Travis Scott to perform at the Super Bowl, but then Beyonce allows, and yes, I said allows, because Beyonce is Beyonce, and Beyonce has all the power. And if Beyonce would have told Chloe and Haley they not performing at the Super Bowl, singing God Bless America, whatever song they sung, they wouldn't have performed. So therefore, Beyonce gave them the green light to go perform. So it's okay for Chloe and Haley to sing, but it's not okay for Travis Scott to sing. Jay-Z and Beyonce are two different people. Yeah, they are two different people, but y'all be foolish to believe that they don't discuss these things at night. They don't discuss these things during the day. They discuss everything together. Anyways, so Jay-Z doesn't want Travis Scott to, he says, I don't need the NFL, the NFL needs me, whatever line that he used. But then, oh, you don't want to perform at the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is free. Do they get paid for that? Do they get paid for the Super Bowl? Or is it just free? You do it for free. Oh, he getting paid for this? Oh, that's probably what the difference is. So anyways, they start talking about people, eventually losing their jobs. Who? Like, stop acting like y'all care. Like, who are y'all talking about people losing their jobs? The bitch at the concession stand? That's who y'all concerned about? The girl who making $8.76? Like, stop acting like this is my thing. Stop acting like y'all are about to bring in more black quarterbacks. Stop acting like y'all are about to bring in more black coaches or black owners or people that are black that have power. Like, let's be real. Let's just be honest. I don't care what none of y'all say. What I'm trying to get to is Jay-Z is full of shit. That's what I'm saying. Jay-Z full of shit. Jay-Z, you pretty much said, F Colin Kaepernick. We know he ain't got no job, whatever. Let's worry about whatever. Like, at the end of the day, on some real stuff, not to be funny when I say this, but Jay-Z, this ain't even had nothing to do with you, girl. Girl, not to be funny. Like, yes, it's good that everybody should come together as a collective, right? That's, everybody should come together as a collective to support one another. We already know that we don't have the power. But I think what's going on is they don't want Colin Kaepernick at all in the NFL. They don't want him associated with any of this. So they're going to go get Jay-Z, who they know black people like. Yeah, y'all black people like. And they're going to make Jay-Z the new face of this whole social justice, music and social justice campaign. I'm not exactly sure what Super Bowl performances, what music playing during the NFL, what that has to do with police brutality. Maybe some of y'all can explain it to me. I'm not exactly sure why Jay-Z has to have a seat at the table at the NFL. Like, y'all will, let me just say something. Y'all will talk about Kim and Kanye for going to the White House and actually getting black people out of prison, actually doing something that's helping people. But then y'all will praise Jay-Z for basically saying, "Oh yeah, girl, he got a plan." Well, girl, what's the plan? Because all of y'all keep saying he has a plan. He has a plan. Well, girl, what's the plan, girl? What is the plan? To play music? To shine light on police brutality? Because that's what Colin Kaepernick was doing, and they fired his black ass. And they haven't hired him back. So if they really were serious about this, they would have made sure that Colin Kaepernick had a job, and Colin Kaepernick could have picked off where he left off. Now I will say this much. Let me say this: as much as I respect Colin Kaepernick for doing what he did, because that takes a lot of balls, especially when you realize the things that are happening where you could potentially be unemployed. Because who wants to be without a job? I know not me. With that being said, I think it's asinine to think that people have to go through Colin Kaepernick when they deal with the NFL, if they choose to deal with the NFL. Yes, Colin Kaepernick made a decision. But to feel like, did Jay-Z speak to Colin Kaepernick? Who the fuck is Colin Kaepernick? Like, who is Colin Kaepernick who is Colin Kaepernick to determine if somebody should work with the NFL? If you want to work with the NFL, work with the NFL. However, don't try and tell me the sky is purple when you know it's blue, Jay-Z. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's kind of like the football players. Like, everybody wanted every football player to kneel. I can get how that can be a scary thing. You probably have dreams and aspirations to be a football player, and then you find your dreams finally come true, and then they can be taken away from you at any moment because you're kneeling. So I can get how these football players would be scared. I would be scared too. If I finally had my dream job and all of a sudden my dream job could be ripped away from me because all I decided to do was try to do something right, do something for good, and I see how y'all treating these other NIGGAs. I'm trying to stop saying N and cuss words on YouTube, girl. I'm probably not, as y'all can tell when y'all look at some of my other videos. But I see how y'all treat these other black people. So then why would I do it too? A lot of these people that are playing football, that are kneeling, that have their jobs put on the line, they take care of a lot of people. They taking care of mamas and daddies and uncles and brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews. You know, half of them got 6 and 7 baby mamas. You know, they got a shitload of child support. I'm just saying, I don't like the fact how people are like, well, did Jay-Z speak to Colin Kaepernick? Like, we can say what we want to say about Jay-Z, but at the end of the day, who is Colin Kaepernick to determine if somebody should do what they want to do? Now, I will say this much: Jay-Z, don't try to act like you're doing it for the people, because I don't think Jay-Z is doing it for the people. I think he's doing it for the coin. That's what I think. I think a lot of these people were full of shit. I've made videos about this before. A lot of these people, I don't watch football. When I do watch football, I watch it on mute. And it's only when they got on. That's only when I flip into the TV and I see they got on white tights. Other than that, so if football went away tomorrow, I wouldn't care. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because a lot of people, they play football. Those will be their jobs, whatever. But y'all get what I'm saying. I don't watch football. So I don't care about football. But like when I would see these people who swear up and down, oh, we support Colin Kaepernick, and y'all almost broke y'all neck trying to get to Atlanta to get to the Super Bowl. Girl, y'all just had on the Colin Kaepernick jersey yesterday. Now y'all gonna go to the Super Bowl, spend all y'all money at the Super Bowl. Do you really think that these white people at the NFL care what you say? They don't care what you say. The only thing they care about is when the money starts to drop, okay? When the money starts to, when these niggas start playing with our coin, then we have an issue. But if the money is okay, we don't care what they say. If the money is okay, we don't care what they say. I think Jay-Z is full of shit. That's what I think. I heard that they had a press conference and he was defensive, and it's like, how are you defensive over something that you know that people will have questions about? If you didn't have the answers, sweetie, you maybe shouldn't have had this press conference, or maybe you shouldn't have done it in the first place. My whole thing is, if you're gonna stand by somebody, stand by him. If y'all gonna be walking around here wearing Colin Kaepernick jerseys and I stand with Colin Kaepernick, then stand with him. Don't be, oh, well, we past kneeling. Why are we past kneeling? We're past kneeling because that's what the NFL doesn't want us to do. So now we're past it, right? We're past kneeling. So now the NFL pretty much wins because they didn't want us to kneel in the first place. So now we're past kneeling. So now you have a seat at the table. So tell me, how is a seat at the table going to bring awareness to the social injustices in the how? Because Colin Kaepernick was doing that, and they fired his black ass again. They fired him. So I'm confused. But y'all say Jay-Z got a plan. I just want to know what the plan is. I guess we'll find out. I'm just confused on why Jay-Z needed to work with the NFL. If he's already been doing the work, then you working with the NFL is going to do what? I guess since they cut you a check, that made everything better. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think, because I'm really confused on this whole Jay-Z partnering with the NFL. In the end, I just think they want to make sure that Colin Kaepernick is no longer the face of this movement, this protest. So they brought in somebody who a lot of black people like. Because at the end of the day, when you think of Jay-Z, you think of Beyonce. When you think of Beyonce, you think of Jay-Z. They're pretty much a package. So I think that they want Jay-Z to be this new face. Jay-Z pretty much said, we don't care about Colin Kaepernick no more. It's a wrap. He's done. We moving on to something else. Girl? Y'all love some Jay-Z, honey. Y'all think that nigga can't do no wrong. Anyways, I'm done, y'all.